Did you know that up to 30% of depression cases might be connected to what you eat? It's a staggering number, right? We often think of diet in terms of physical health, like managing weight or heart disease. But today we're diving into a different, equally vital connection: how the food on your plate profoundly affects your mental health. I'm not just talking about feeling a little sluggish after a heavy meal. I'm talking about the deep biological link between nutrition and conditions like anxiety and depression. Stick around, because understanding this connection could be a game changer for how you feel every single day. Let's talk about a challenge many of us face. Millions of people around the world struggle with mental health issues like anxiety, depression, and mood swings. But when we feel this way, we might look for solutions in therapy, medication, or lifestyle changes like exercise, all of which are incredibly important. But there's a massive piece of the puzzle that often gets overlooked: our diet. We live in a world filled with processed foods, sugary drinks, and quick meals that are convenient but nutritionally empty. This standard modern diet can create a cycle of poor mental health. You feel down, so you reach for comfort food, which is often high in sugar and unhealthy fats. This gives you a temporary boost, but then you crash, feeling even worse than before. This cycle can exacerbate feelings of anxiety, lead to brain fog, and deepen depressive symptoms. But many people don't even realize that their nutritional deficiencies could be a major contributing factor to their mental struggles. They might think, "This is just how I am," without ever considering that their brain might be starving for the right nutrients to function optimally. It's a widespread problem, and breaking this cycle starts with understanding what our brains truly need to thrive. So, how exactly does food influence our mood and mental clarity? It all comes down to brain chemistry. Your brain is a complex and high-energy organ, and it requires a constant supply of specific nutrients to function correctly. Let's break down some of the superstars of brain health. First up, omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, as well as in flax seeds and walnuts. These fats are literal building blocks for your brain cells. They help reduce inflammation, which is increasingly being linked to depression. A deficiency in omega-3 south can impair brain function and has been associated with a higher risk of mood disorders. Next, let's talk about B vitamins, especially B12, B6, and folate. These are crucial for producing neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which are often called our feel-good chemicals. Serotonin helps regulate mood, sleep, and appetite, while dopamine is linked to pleasure and motivation. When you're low on B vitamins, your brain can't produce enough of these essential chemicals, leaving you feeling down, anxious, and unmotivated. You can find these powerhouse vitamins in foods like leafy greens, legumes, eggs, and lean meats. Then there are minerals like magnesium and zinc. Magnesium is nature's calming agent. It helps regulate the body's stress response system. A lack of it can lead to anxiety and irritability. Zinc is also vital for brain function and helps control the body's reaction to stress. Foods rich in these minerals include nuts, seeds, whole grains, and dark chocolate. Think of it this way. Just like you put high-quality fuel in a car to make it run well, you need to put high-quality nutrients in your body to fuel your brain. It's not about a perfect diet, but about consistently giving your brain what it needs to support your mental well-being. Now, I want to share something truly powerful that illustrates this connection. There was a groundbreaking study called the SMILES trial, which stands for Supporting the Modification of Lifestyles in Lowered Emotional States. It was one of the first randomized controlled trials to directly test if improving diet could treat major depression. Researchers took a group of individuals with moderate to severe depression and split them into two. One group received social support, which is a standard part of mental health care. The other group received nutritional counseling from a dietitian. They were guided to switch from their typical diet of processed foods to a modified Mediterranean-style diet, rich in whole foods like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats. They were encouraged to eat more fish, nuts, and legumes, and to cut back on sweets, refined grains, and processed meats. The results after 12 weeks were astonishing. The group that changed their diet saw a significantly greater improvement in their depression symptoms compared to the group that only received social support. In fact, nearly a third of the participants in the diet group achieved full remission from their depression. Let that sink in. A third of the people essentially recovered from major depression, largely by changing what they ate. This wasn't just a small shift in mood. It was a life-changing clinical outcome. This study provides powerful evidence that nutrition isn't just a complementary approach. It can be a fundamental part of treating mental illness. It shows us that food can be a potent form of medicine for the mind. So, to wrap things up, the connection between nutrition and mental health is undeniable. What you eat directly fuels your brain and impacts the production of chemicals that regulate your mood, focus, and overall sense of well-being. By focusing on a diet rich in whole foods, full of omega-3s, south vitamins, and minerals, you're not just taking care of your body, you're actively supporting your mental and emotional health. This is a huge topic, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever noticed a link between your diet and your mood? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, be sure to check out my next video on simple, practical, healthy eating tips you can start using today for better mental health. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on living a healthier, happier life.